What do you say, What it is, what it ain't. What it is, what it ain't, and what it gon' be like. What's up, everybody? It's Joseph R. Wheeler III, artist, founder, president of the ONYXCON Foundation. ONYXCON on all major platforms. ONYXCON 1 on TikTok, even though we don't use it a lot. We over there. If that's your thing, you can check us out over there too. What else? We got another ONYXCON 1 on Twitch. ONYXCON 1. All right. What's up? What's happening? What it is? What it ain't? What it gonna be like? What's good, y'all? Hope everybody had a wonderful, thankful day. You know what I'm saying? Thankful day. Turkey day. You know, we celebrate it like that. That's how we do it. We don't really get into the... We can definitely get into the historics of it, and we acknowledge that. That's why I play with the words and prefer to say all those other things than pretending that the idea of Thanksgiving itself wasn't completely fabricated off of a time that never happened and a way that never happened and all of that. Like, you know, that whole mythology about pilgrims helping native folks and all that mess. No. It went the other way around. The natives helped them, and they turned around and created genocide and all the other things that led to the colonizations. Yeah. That's the reality, and that's factual, documented, real history that's constantly attempted to be buried by those who are afraid of words like woke, because they don't like when people claim things that deal with truth and awareness of actual facts. Okay, but one thing about the truth, you really cannot bury it. You can try, it doesn't matter. There's something in the human soul that yearns for truth and authenticity. So truth will always come to light. Just remember that. Just remember that, y'all. It'll keep you feeling like there's always gonna be a better way. Because we all those of us who understand what I just said, we know it is destined to work out in favor of the truth. So y'all, I hope y'all had a good one. I hope y'all had a good dinner. If you do your thing with that, I hope y'all enjoyed time with family. If you do that, you know what I'm saying? I did. It was very traditional as usual. Mom threw down. I put up a short of it, showed y'all the spread, showed y'all some of the tasties, you know, the amount of food that was available and everything, how we did it. So that's all out there. That's all available. I also am doing, as I said, I told y'all a few days ago, I said, I'm about to go hog wild on shorts on purpose. I'm really on a mission. I figured, I ain't even, you know, it ain't a can't beat them, join them type of thing. It's like, I like doing shorts anyway, but I would like to know that when I put the hard work into my long videos, they actually get watched. And in some cases, I mean, in all cases they do, but it doesn't reflect the audience we have now. Okay, we got 2,030. Come on, you feel me? And I'm so proud of that. I'm so happy for y'all to be a part of this like that. Keep subscribing, keep hitting the subscription button, keep hitting the like button, keep sharing the channel with your friends, family, let folk know about what we do here and how y'all love it and what you liked about it. You know, I saw this video, you know, and I know it's hard to remember when you're watching a bunch of stuff on YouTube. You're like, oh man, it was this guy and he did this, and then there was some other stuff he shared that was, dang, what was that I was watching? You know, which is why it's a good thing to hit the subscribe button in the moment. Like, I catch myself sometimes, I'm so engrossed with the content, I'm like, I like this. And then, you know, the way it's set up, they might have something else, you know, if you haven't made it full screen, they may have something else to get your attention right below it, and you mess around. What do we all do? I'm guilty of it too. You hit that next thing. But what I do is, a lot of times, is I'll get into that next, I say, whoa, I don't want to be looking for that other thing when I want to look back at that. So let me go ahead and like and subscribe now. That's how I do this. When I'm on YouTube, as soon as something hits all the right check off buttons for me of stuff that I'm like, yeah, I like that, I dig that, okay, may not like that as much. You know, I don't expect perfection out of no channel, but if more or less I'm seeing somebody I wouldn't mind seeing keep popping up in my feed, even though I know and every now and then some of them gonna get on my nerves with the way they do what they do, whatever. As long as it's, you know, more you within the margins, even if you right on the edge, I'm just gonna go ahead and like it, you know, at least like it, if not subscribe. Now, if I subscribe, for sure, I'm expecting better and better, and I hope that person's channel and themselves grow, evolve. That's what we all ought to be focused on, evolution, evolving, you know what I'm saying? Because you're doing that regardless, but evolve to be a better version of yourself. not a devolved version. You feel? So it's like, you know, for example, and I'm not gonna say no names because in this world of beef and nonsense, I ain't got time, and I'm definitely not gonna play when it comes to folk who seem like they want that kind of energy. But and I wouldn't say that this person would. I wouldn't say they want that kind of energy, but just with the nature of what kind of content they deal with, I'm sure they're surrounded by. Yeah. It might be like this because of, you know, Black Friday, but I didn't think it would literally be like this. There's different locations I go to for my orders, and like there's one other one that I purposely didn't even want to go to that store because I know it don't even have to be Thanksgiving. They parking lot look like that every day. It look like a holiday every day. They only get like maybe one day of the week where it don't be, or certain times of the day. But man, this is different for where I'm at right now. Very, very different. This is not common. But anyway, we ain't gonna waste too much time talking about that. We just gonna keep yapping about what really matters, as I was saying. So that, yeah, man, this monetization, like I say, it's on the way. It's due. It's just due, and it's just determined. It's gonna work. And like I say, just been a little more. Just, of course, you want to see some thousands for all the work you've done, and it's worth it. But even a few hundred a month would make a huge difference, and y'all would notice immediately the difference it's made in the variety of content and the ability to make certain types of content. Because some stuff that I've done and I don't do as much is quite frankly, it's financial. It's real simple. Like, you know, like when that new Netflix a new Netflix show for Cyberpunk, when that new animation dropped, I gotta have Netflix again. Right now, I ain't got Netflix, and that's on purpose. I'm like, yo, I can afford it. It makes sense. It's simple and plain. It's simple and plain, people. You know, but I definitely want to get it. And I heard that, you know, Kevin Hart, had seen him on Instagram talking about he got a new stand-up. I'm like, oh, Lord, I want to see that. I love Kev. That's the man right there. As I tell y'all all the time, I'm in the film business and stuff, and one of the highlights of my career as an actor was having a featured moment that ended up in the very first official trailer for Night School. It's crazy because even though they cut the scene, they put that scene in the trailer, and it was in the first like 3 seconds of the trailer. You see my character with my set wife and my set children. I had they made us a little family. Me and my homegirl. I'm trying to remember her name. Cutie too. What's her name? Tiffany. Yeah. But shout out to Tiff. But yeah, her, and then I forget the two young men's names. It was two little boys. They made us a family unit, and it was like a play on like if you've seen the movie, if you ever saw Night School, you know Kevin Hart's character started off as the #1 employee at a specialty barbecue grill spot. Like, he sold barbecue grills, and he was so good at his salesmanship. He was the #1 salesman like every year, every month, whatever. And they showed his face on all the plaques, and then it pans across the room to show him look at us like he done zeroed in on his prey. Like, oh yeah, that's an easy sale right there. And he tells us, he's like, I call this one the Obama, and we were supposed to be like the Obama family, except they replaced, you know, 2 little girls with 2 little boys. And like, I just grinned at my wife character like, yeah, babe, this is us. We got to get this. And she's looking back like, you know, and it's just that one little cute second that when I tell you, I've never had my phone ring so much in a day. It was so hilarious when all these people start seeing it and realizing that you did something on that level with somebody on that level. And it's one of many. But I've always been a Kevin Hart fan for the most part. Every now and then he go too far off on some stuff. I'll be like, Kev, what the hell, man? But that's human beings. That's people. Like I say, I have my margins for everybody. There's a boundary limit. There's percentages for everybody. If you cross the limit, then, yeah, we done. But Kev's good people, man. And I can speak and vouch for the fact that he is truly a professional. And a lot of people who have never had the honor of meeting him really don't understand just how talented that dude is. Yes, he's super silly and has a broad range as a comedian, but you got to understand how good he is at being the professional where you got to cut it on, cut it off, cut it on, cut it off. And when they were making that movie, and I've told this story a million times, but since I'm talking about it, I bring it up. Again, this ain't no paid promo. This is just a from the heart promo from a fan perspective. Check out his new special. Like I said, I can't even afford Netflix right now to see it, but as soon as I, make it make sense again, I'm gonna get it. And I'm strategic too. I want to get it like I'll be late to the party. Everybody else will be already doing reaction videos, talking about it, using clips from it, everything. And I'll be talking about it probably months from now when I can afford it, because I'm gonna wait till that day. I gotta find out when that Cyberpunk joint is up. Whenever that Cyberpunk joint drops, that new animation for that, that's when I'm gonna get Netflix again. Cause I'm gonna be watching that and doing a review of that. I'm gonna be on that. And then everything else that done fell in while I was waiting on that. Kevin Hart special, anybody else's special. Man, I don't know. Is Deion Cole got something coming out? Shout out to Cole too. Good people. I met him one time. But legendary comedians, man. Hilarious. But anyway, during the time we were shooting Night School and we did that scene, this was right when he went through that controversy of having gotten caught cheating on his wife, and it was about to ruin his career. Like, folk was coming for him. They trying to, all these mofos out here that be doing everything times 10, trying to, point the finger at him just so that the radar don't get on them for all the stuff they do. And he handled it well. I mean, it was a sad moment. It was the way he handled it, though. And I can remember every time he would come to set, he had his phone out. He's on it. He looked stressed as I don't know what. Like, this brother ain't getting no sleep. He trying to talk to whoever he was talking to on the phone, lawyers, whoever, people, family maybe, I don't know. But he was looking so stressed. But as soon as they would say, rolling, we're going, he would jump back in the character and be like, what's up, everybody? What y'all doing? Hey, man, you need this grill. I'm telling you, you're going to make some baby back ribs, some such and such ribs. He said something, and I wish they had kept it. He said something about baby back ribs. Boy, you talking about we had to hold our face, because they kept telling us, like, I know it's funny, but try not to laugh because we don't want as much of that in the scene. I'm like, tell that to Kev, man, because he improving and this shit is funny. Like, he was being silly as hell. Like, I forget what he said. He had some innuendo, like, I told you, it's like me and my wife character, so he's like messing with us as adults, like, y'all, baby back. He said something that was like innuendo, like, man, I was about to be cracking the hell up. And then when they'd be like, cut, he just jumped right back on his phone and looked so stressed. But it was like two different people. Like, I got to do this work, man. I got to do the work, and then I got to get my life right, So people have no idea, man, what people be going through. They have no freaking idea. And the average fool sitting on the couch judging some celebrity ain't got 2% of the brain power to handle the stress that they deal with. I said they don't have 2%. Not at all. Shout out to Kevin Hart. But yeah, man, how was y'all Thanksgiving? Or whatever you do with the day. Because as I've been saying, I'm good with people saying if they don't celebrate. I understand. It's all good. I do understand the true history of it and how messed up that is. So I ain't got no problem with anybody feeling like they don't want to. But I always just say, hey, I said this yesterday or something. I be forgetting which live I say stuff on sometimes because I go between here and Fanbase. Look on Fanbase too. Get you an account on Fanbase. And subscribe. If you're going to come around our way. We need some $4.99s over there. $4.99 a month, just like we need on Instagram. Same thing. Subscription. Because people be asking me, when they see my shopping videos, which are getting more popular in the shorts here. I see y'all like this dude that hit the comments. He was like, yo, what Ross is that you be at? Oh my gosh. You know, he losing it because he ain't seen some shoe he can't find. I'm like, I know. I keep telling y'all. We already here. This is Black Friday. This is Christmas official now. If y'all had done right earlier in the year and subscribed, you subscribe here. These are the three steps. You subscribe here. That's free. Then you go to fan base or to Instagram. Subscribe. $4.99 a month. That's the only money you putting down on what I'm about to tell you. Third step, if you have subscribed here for free, either on Fanbase or Instagram, I'm giving you a choice. Now, if you really want to be a friend, you mess around and subscribe on both. Man, we're going to build a statue for you. You don't understand. Just because one person finally did it like that. I ain't had not one. And I got a lot of great supporters. They ain't put that money down yet, though. So I'm just like, damn. $4.99 a month. Okay. And that's no point to my people who are already subscribed on Instagram, because most of them subscribed back when the price was 99 cents. So shout out to my 99-cent crew. Okay. There's a bunch of folk who gave, it was about 20-something people when I first did it. 99 cents, they signed up. Then it was like slow motion. It was just pissing me off. I'm like, how the hell I got 17,000 people at ONYXCON on Instagram and can't get, but I mean, to this day, 17 people. Don't make no sense, right? I said, okay, I'm raising the price. I gotta. Everything else going up, I gotta go up with it. I gotta save myself. I can't be going down, ship sinking, and no, we're not doing that. So I raised that price to $59. No regrets. Unfortunately, still no more subscribers, but I always tell people, I say, if you want the best of ONYXCON's perks and privileges, there's three major things off the top of my head. There's others too, but there's three major things you get. $4.99 a month. Subscription on our Instagram or our fan base gets you to be a part of ONYXCON Travel Club, ONYXCON Flip Through Shoppers Club. And flip through is any content I do, like what y'all be seeing with the, I'm showing you a cool shoe, a shirt, a hat, comic books. I go in the stores. I go in, at least once a month, I go in comic book shop. I go through all the new books. I show y'all the books and everything. Some of y'all ain't got comic shops where you at. You wish you had a shop like what I be going in. I can be your shopper, man. I can get stuff for you, but you got to be a part of the club. If you're not a part of the ONYXCON Flip Through Shoppers Club, it's like, what I look like helping you, I can't help myself. We got to work together. It's a reciprocal energy about everything. And I do mean everything. So, this guy hit the comments talking about what Ross. Well, at least you know it's Ross. So just look around, man. Maybe you'll look up. But I'm not about to tell you exactly which one it is. And you're not helping my bottom line. I told y'all a million times, I'm like, look, I'll get the damn shoe for you. Like, literally, you will send me the money, you'll send me the taxes, you'll send me the shipping and the handling. And I used to have it where I did a percentage of the total order for what you're seeing as a donation to ONYXCON, okay? But now, I'm just going to make that a flat fee based on how much you order. Could be $15, $25, $50. It depends on how much you order. If you got a whole bunch of stuff, that's more time out of my day. I got to go to the post office. I got to box it up and all that other stuff. So, yeah. So that's that. But you learn a lot about your audience as soon as you get money involved. That's when you find out who's in the room for real. Because somebody who really got some money, they ain't gonna flinch, man. None of these prices are gonna deter them. If they want what they see, they gonna send the money. Period. But if you're dealing with most people, they really don't have it. They just like the front, they like to just shoot the breeze. And I genuinely don't have time to just, it may seem casual and easy breezy, and I want it to be that way because that's comfortable watching and cool content. But I don't want you to think it's easy for a second, because it's not. And we need people who respect that and say, like, when that guy asked me that question, like, yo, where's this Ross at that you bought all? I didn't buy. First, he didn't say bought, but I'm just saying, where you at? Where you at? Man, even if I told you, like, have you subscribed? Like, yo, like, no, I don't even, like, that's why I don't allow nobody but subscribers to talk when I'm live, because there's too much chance of trolls and people who full of it and just, they wasting their own life. They want to waste yours too. I'm like, I'm not playing with you, man. I am not the guy. I am too old for that BS. I'm not going to be the one to, sorry, not sorry. Like, this ain't it over here. I ain't like nobody else's channel. I look at other people's lives sometimes, and I notice how most people, across the board, and it's generally an age range thing, they all talk fast and this super hyperactive. It's weird to me, man. I'm just like, when did everybody start talking like this? It's not everybody. It's the young generation. They talk so freaking fast. Like, I can go fast if I need to. I can do all this kind of talk like that. I can say all that kind of stuff like that. But are you gonna literally talk like that all the time? That's not annoying to your own ear. That's not obnoxious to your own ear. That's not. But obviously it works for a certain demographic. They get the numbers I don't get. And I realized something about YouTube. There's an ageism factor here. There's literally old versus new is it's like a battle for time. And I've learned that, well, first of all, I want an older audience. I don't mind that I have a younger audience. I'm happy they're here. I'm happy there's something they like. And I've pretty much concluded that's the young folk that watch the shorts. Because when I ask people who I know are my age and older, hey, did you see that short I put up the other day? Did you see that short? Did you see this short? They don't be watching shorts. They don't watch the shorts. It's funny. It's almost like I don't know. If I had to guess it, I would say like 40 to 45 and up in age. They might watch a short, but they don't care about short. The short would only happen if the algorithm threw it in front of them, and they're like, "Oh, that's ONYXCON. I love ONYXCON. Let me see what he's doing," But that's it. But like, they're not looking for it. They're not going through shorts already. So if they're already a subscriber, it's gonna constantly show them the shorts. Which you notice, they're pushing shorts because it's easy to make the money off of shorts with the advertisement put between them. Ever so many shorts, you're gonna have an advertisement. And it's hypnotic. It's got a thumb swiping, brainless flow to it because it's so short. Most of them really are like, I've learned, try not to make anything over 30 seconds because after that, and it's a proven scientific, analyzed fact. These folks don't have the brain capacity to watch nothing beyond 30 seconds. They're not allowing themselves to have the brain capacity to watch anything beyond 30 seconds, even when I'm live on these a lot of times. Majority of people who come in my lives are young folk. I've learned it. I don't like the fact that they don't have no attention span, but that's the truth. If someone's staring for a long time, here's how I know it's young folk. If they're staring for a long time and they don't hit the thumbs up, that's some kid, man. That's 20-something and back. And it might be a little ass kid, which really bothers me because I tell y'all all the time, this ain't for you. This ain't for you. There's stuff I published that I don't mind that you like it, and I'm glad you enjoy. Like, I know if I post, I'm the older guy who will collect toys. So because of that, when I show toys, of course, kids want to see it. So I don't mind that they're seeing that stuff. And I try to be responsible in some of it. If you really notice, sometimes I don't care. I just post whatever I know goes with it. I use that music. Sometimes I can't find nothing but stuff that's uncensored. But I purposefully try to find the censored version of all the music I put on stuff because I know how many dang kids are on YouTube without parents looking over their shoulders, seeing what the hell they looking at. And I don't want to put, I mean, I see it in my own reality as an uncle. I had to stay on my nephew because he be loving to watch. I mean, he's obsessed with automotive culture and cars and custom builds and all that stuff. And I know why. It's all that's always been him. That's his thing, and I understand. I respect it. What I don't like is that he will sit and watch stuff with adults building a car, and they're not going to stop talking like adults, even if they're goofballs and are very immature adults, and they got a real obnoxious, little stupid conversation about them, like everything's a joke and everything's, like that actually be the kind of stuff he like, because he thinks he understands what they're talking about. And if you ask him, what do you think that joke that man just made was? Well, he's saying such and such and blah, blah, blah. He's a super smart kid. He'll be close to something, but it'll still be off. Why? Because you're a child. This ain't this ain't even for you to interpret on that level. Like, I wish YouTube itself would realize this thing, and instead of beating us up for it as creatives, just say, look, cool stuff appeals to any age. So even if we are being responsible, as I am, and make every damn thing I put up, no matter what it is, it's not for kids. That's the button we all have to hit. Is this for kids? No. No. Only way that would happen is if I had a slip of the button and be, oh, hell no, wait a minute, no. And that, I don't think that's ever happened in the history of me having this channel. I may have only made one video on one time that really was some kid type content. It's something that kids would love. I made it that, but then I realized, as mostly a grown folks channel, you don't get monetized for that. I'm like, damn, why you gotta penalize me for that? Anyway, it's stupid as hell. So I don't even worry about it. I just be like, look, man, everything here is for grown folk. If you sitting there watching it with your kid and you like, hey, look at this, fine, that's your choice. That's how I want it to be. I want to know that a guardian is choosing what the child gets exposed to versus just they can just go free willy with it. No, hell no, I'm not good with that at all. Let me see something. I need to find out, when is this damn order coming out?